Hi, welcome.
Hello.
Is it Erica?
Yes.
Okay, and would you prefer to be called Erica, or do you have a nickname at all?
No, just Erica.
Just Erica.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm Jasmine, and I've been assigned to be your social worker.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Before we get into anything too deep today, I kind of just want to go over what to expect from services, get to know each other a little bit, create some goals together, and see how you feel about them. Okay? Okay. So first, I want to talk about confidentiality. And I want to let you know that this is a safe place where you can open up and be vulnerable and know that it won't leave this room. And I know what it's like to be on the other side of the table as a client. So I just wanted to share that to let you know. I know it could be kind of, yeah, some anxiety, meeting someone new and trying to trust them. So I just wanted to let you know about that. Okay. Now, so we talked about confidentiality. Also, I want to touch on both of our roles. So I'm here as your social worker, and you're also here as a client. And it's important to know that we both play a big role in the progress of your treatment. So it's my job to be here and to support you, and it's also your job to participate and be active and share.
Okay.
And to also be honest, because the more honest that you are, the more I have to work with, the more we have to work with, and the more you can get help, and we can figure out what we need to work on.
That makes sense.
Okay, awesome. Glad to hear that. So we kind of talked about confidentiality, some expectations, mutual responsibility.
Yeah.
So now I want to get into what brings you in today. Okay.
Well, what happens is that I have this big speech coming up, and every time I think about it, I don't have a problem writing the speech or what I'm gonna say, but I'm scared to talk in front of groups. And when I go in front of groups, the main thing that happens is my chest feels really tight, and then I have a hard time with breathing. It's almost like I have to make myself breathe because I get so anxious, and then my palms get really sweaty, and then it's just my heart races. And I mean, I really want to do a good job. It's not even a lot of people. It's maybe 40 people, but the thought of it, I don't even know. I've heard people will say, oh, imagine the audience naked, but that just makes me want to laugh.
Oh, wow. I don't think I've heard that one.
Yeah, they're imagine them naked. It's just that doesn't work for me.
Okay.
So I just need help because I don't know where to start. Again, the issue is not writing my speech. How do I get in a space to where I don't feel so scared?
Okay.
So anxious.
Okay. All right. So it sounds like, are you in school maybe, or?
No, it's for work.
For work? Okay. 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 So what it sounds like is that you really want to do well when it comes to speaking in front of a room full of people.
Oh, I do. I want to do really well.
However, you get these feelings of anxiety and nervousness and things like that. Okay.
Big time.
Okay. So you would say your goal is to conquer this and to figure out ways around it to be more comfortable when speaking publicly.
Yes, because what happens is that in the past, whenever I've had to do a speech or something, the way that I cope is by not making eye contact. And the problem with that is that I'll have a good speech, but the whole time I'm looking down at the podium because when I look at them, I feel scared all over again. And I want to engage because the speech that I'm giving is about staff development, and there's gonna be potentially new people that I'm training potential trainees, and I want to look them in the eye. From that moment, I want to get to know them, and it's just I feel I mean looking down on the podium hasn't helped me.
Okay.
I just want to engage with them, and but then it's just
right.
I feel so nervous.
I see.
Even now I'm thinking about it, I'm getting nervous.
Wow, right. So even now, you kind of it takes you to that place of anxiety.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, we're going to touch on those things in future sessions.
Okay.
But I do want to ask you, is there anything else that you feel like you might be struggling with, or any goals that you want to work on?
I think that, like, overall, I do struggle with anxiety. And I struggle with anxiety when it's something that is unknown, meaning, and I think when there's that added layer of, like, people are expecting X, Y, Z kind of thing. So, like, for example, at work, there have been times that, and I, like, beat myself up. I beat myself up after the fact, opportunities to, like, do something new on the job, but, like, I get anxiety that I'm gonna mess up, and then, like, I'm gonna look bad, or I'm gonna let somebody down, like the person that gave me that opportunity.
I see.
So, like, just I have anxiety with unknown things, or when there's, like, a lot of expectation, and I want, like, not that I do want to impress the person, but more than anything, like, I want them to look good. Because, like, if my manager's like, oh, there's this new computer system, and, you know, would you like to learn it? And I'm not, like, that tech savvy, and I'm like, oh gosh, what if I crash and burn? And then, like, our superior is gonna be like, look at the job she did, and then my manager's gonna look bad. You know what I mean? So where something like that is at stake, and just the anxiety that I feel, because I feel if I can minimize that anxiety initially, then it's like, maybe I could like be more, I don't know if adventurous is the right word, but be more, I don't think spontaneous is the right word, but take more risks on the job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because in other parts of my life, there's no problem. It's at work that I have the problem.
I see.
Because of the high expectation. And then other, like, either my superior or other staff, like, looking bad.
I see.
That's the issue.
Okay.
I didn't think about it like that, but that's what it is.
Okay. So it sounds like you are, you know, experiencing anxiety, and then you have maybe a fear, maybe of disappointing superiors, or maybe embarrassing them. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And excuse me if I look down. I am going to take a couple notes if you don't mind.
No, that's fine. That's
okay.
fine.
Okay. So yes, so we'll explore those things in upcoming sessions. The first thing I do want to say is thanks for sharing. I commend you for even coming in.
Thank you.
You know, a lot of people do suffer with anxiety, and maybe hear about getting a social worker or having someone to talk to, and they might have a fear or anxiety about even coming here. So I want to commend you for coming in today.
Thank you.
That's the first step.
Yep. I just want to do better.
Okay. Now I want to tell you a little bit about the treatment that we utilize here.
Okay.
It is CBT, which is short for cognitive behavioral therapy. And pretty much in a nutshell, CBT entails a social workers assisting clients or individuals into changing the way that they think about things. Changing the way that they think about things so that the result is a changed emotion, right? So your emotion has been anxiety because of maybe fear of failure, or
that's it. It's fear of failure.
Okay.
Because then what will happen is my boss Teresa's gonna look bad. Miss Jean, who's her boss, might look bad. Like, and it's like they've been my bosses a long time, and I don't want to let them down. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Because in other areas of my life, I don't have an issue, say, failing. If I look at it as a learning opportunity, but for some reason in this area of my life, I just can't look at it like that.
Okay.
And I just, and then speaking in public, it's because it's work related. I think that's what kind of
causes anxiety.
Because they're gonna be there.
Okay.
They're gonna be in the front row. They might be, but they'll be there.
So if it was like a room with family or friends, you might be more relaxed and more...
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't be a problem at all.
Okay.
You know? Because I wouldn't feel like I have to perform at a certain level, or the speech has to be like eloquent or something. I can just like be more casual or more myself. But this is like a professional type thing, so I don't want like, there might even be other department people there, and I don't want my department to look bad. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's all wrapped up in that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But CBT sounds good.
Awesome.
Like,
and that's what we'll get into. And to finish on what I was saying about like what it entails, is simply just changing the way you think about something, with the hope of a change emotion and then eventually change behavior, right? Because the things that occur, sometimes we don't have any control over them.
right.
But the way that we see them can be altered.
Yes.
And therefore, we have a better emotion about it,
Yeah.
or behavior towards it. Does that sound?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Sounds like I can do that.
Okay. Well, speaking for next week, how's your typical week or day? Like, how do you spend your week?
Well, at the current moment, it could change, but at the current moment, and I would say this has been actually for the past few years, now that I think about it. Work-wise, I work usually at the end of the week and then like Saturday all day. Until the beginning of the week is like my time off. So like Monday, Tuesdays when I have my time off. I do have some caregiving responsibility at home. I help my parents.
Okay.
Both of them.
Wow.
But now we have a system, and I want to help. So it's like, I look at it like family time, and we have like a large calendar, and we write all of our stuff on there, and then we help each other. So like maybe there's a time where they have something to do, like that I can't be there. If need be, my brother might help if it works in his schedule, but he has an even crazier schedule than me.
Okay.
And or we coordinate transportation.
Nice.
And then my me time, if you want to look at it like that or whatever, usually is Monday for me.
Okay.
Right now, because Monday and Tuesday are the days that I don't work.
Okay.
So that's what I do. And then in the evening, in the morning I like to pray, and in the evening I like to spend quiet time reading something that's gonna help me sleep soundly. I used to be one of those people that watched a lot of TV at night, and I found that it like interrupted my sleep. So now I'll like read or something like that.
Okay, good.
So that's what I do.
Awesome. So I asked that because I wanted to know if you could make time to incorporate time to jot down notes on when you might feel anxious. So let's just say you go to work on Wednesday, and maybe you're asked out of nowhere to do a speech or a short intro to something. What I want you to do is to be intentional and seek out your emotions, and when they occur, I want you to write them down.
Okay.
And then that way, when you come back in, we can explore those things.
How much do you want me to write?
Well, you know what? There's no limit. Whatever the emotion is, whatever you're feeling, I want you to write down. I don't want you to feel like you have to write a lot, but just whatever is comfortable and whatever it is that you want to share with me the next time we meet.
Okay. I think that will help with anxiety.
Really?
Just to because if you have like a thought in your head, sometimes it's good to write it on a piece of paper, because when you start getting it out, I don't know, it's cathartic,
Okay.
In the past, it has been for me. So
I was going to say, it sounds like you probably have done some writing before.
I will tell you that I'm not like a journaling fan number one, but I have seen the benefits and how it's helped me. So like I will do it because it is helpful.
Awesome.
But I know that sometimes like there might, maybe there was a certain amount you wanted me to, that's why, to write. That's why I asked.
Okay, no problem at all.
I could see maybe like sometimes during the day I have like 10-15 minute breaks, or maybe during a time that I feel some type of stress or I have a stressor, like kind of writing down or something. I could do that.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I want you to have that prepared for next week.
Okay.
If anything arises, if nothing does, then that's fine too. But I think today we kind of talked about you dealing with some anxiety, and maybe fear of failure or disappointing others. And what we'll do is we'll go into those things a little bit more next week.
Okay.
And it's really up to you, whichever one you might want to touch on first. I'll leave that up to you.
All right, that sounds good.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. So we'll go from there.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for coming in today.
No, thank you for your time.
No problem.